Good morning, dear colleagues. I am very glad to participate at the forum, World Traditional Medicine Forum, and I am Professor Umberto Solimene, President of FEMTEC, and we speak about balneology hydrotherapy as traditional and integrated medicine. Balneology is the use of the natural remedies as mineral waters, pelloids, gases, and is very important because there are some environment dedicated specific named health resource medicine. Is important balneotherapy, climatotherapy, diet, education. Balneology is a very old science, and we can see the first example of a center of 10,000 years ago in the island Sardinia, and there are other places over all the world which the natural mineral water hot springs are used. All in the old world, from China, from Roman, and all the people in different countries used the mineral water and hot springs as a treatment, rehabilitation, and cure and leisure. You can see also the possibility to treat, to use the seawater, and the very famous writer Euripides, and the 480 years before Christ, told that the sea cures men's ills. And in Africa, you can see different places, very important. Also in Europe, near Naples, was the school, medical school, very old medical school, in the 6th century after Christ. And the art of save the health. Also in the 15th century, we have many, many examples of the treatment by mineral waters. And the end of the 18th and the 19th century in Europe, especially in German, Central Europe, Italy, and other places, we built many, many thermal centers for the treatment. Now is very well diffused with modern complex in different countries. Also, the culture of the use of medical mineral water is very, very diffused. And we organize an exhibition about the old medicine for a modern society, the introduction of the history of the balneology in the civilization of the man. Our cultural balneology is our cultural heritage, and also is a challenge for Europe. And we found especially association for the old cities with what they call spa center, spa cities, and the European Historical Thermal Town Association. There is a special cultural route of the Council of Europe, and concerning the different places, you can see from Portugal to Romania and to Russia, through all Europe, you can see very important. But the very important step was the participation of the WHO traditional medicine strategy, and FEMTEC did a contribution and expressed that in many European countries, hydrotherapy is inside the thermal system, the health system of the countries. And in North Africa, there is a long tradition, but is increasing demand and driving legislative and regulatory department. Other places, there are in several countries, like a new country, Latin American, China, East West. We participate in the 2012 and the 2014, the presentation of the strategies. And for us, it's very important what told Dr. Margaret Chan when she spoke that the integration of TCM, of TM and CAM into a national health system, because it's important for the global health for the person. FEMTEC is a foundation, is a federation founded in 1937, and there's a mission, as you see, to innovate and implement the treatment of integrated thermal medicine, complementary medicine, well-being sciences, and the technology management. Because also in Europe, there is a very important program concerning the development of spa. Femtech now is as members associated from 32 countries, from United States to Australia. You can see in this map. Also, it has permanent training centers in Italy, Russia, China, and in Tunisia. Also, you can see different our map of our center, and we have a good website in which we explain all our activities and all our topics with Femtech collaboration. WHO is official NGO in official reports relations with WHO, and different topics about the activities. You can see we did many work, water and health. We presented during the World Exposition in exhibition in Milan, the manifesto about water is life, awareness and health. And we have also Femtech Live channel. Every year we organize a congress on different topics. We should like to explain something. Thermal cluster, very important, Therme 4.0, Batumi, and other. But for that, our goal are to give to the consumer, to the patient, how to choose a correct spa. You can see there are a quality of water, food, movement, touch, aesthetics, and so on. It's a very complex. Balneology is a tradition and modern medicine and clinical. You can see therapeutic, wellness, healthy life, beauties, and cosmetic. Also, our spa health resource, you can see also other things, mineral water bottles, products of water with sulfuric acid, and the CO2, topical skin for different preparation. Water is a medicine beyond these traditional settings. You can see medicine health resource kurort in language, kurort in German, Russian, spa sanatorium, clinical, thermal cure. There are different water treatments. Inhalation, hydroponics means drinking water, lavage irrigation, baniotherapy, skin hydrotherapy, showers and spray. But a very important part of the balneology is baniotherapy, hydrotherapy, hydrokinesis therapy, because we can do many things in the field of rehabilitation. You can see that different when you are in the water, you can lose. You can see the 20 kilos if the weight is 80 kilos, and you can weight as 20 kilos, and in the water, seawater, when there is more concentration of salt, you can see lose. For that is very important to be smooth, in hydrokinesis therapy and physical rehabilitation in water. There are problems about respiratory diseases with different apparatuses, with different mean of treatment. Because chronic respiratory diseases is very important, you can see, and there is a global program by WHO. We contribute to discuss with them about the project GARD, Global Alliance Against Chronic Respiratory Diseases, and for that we participate. In Europe, there are many, you can see, more than 5 million people who are treated by balneology. You can see different, and in Europe, this is inside the national health system. In France, you can see in Italy, many people, in Italy we have 356 centers, medical centers recognized by the Ministry of Health. But the problem is research, because some colleagues, they told the colleagues, and in the field of medicine, they told, but we have not enough researches to demonstrate, to do an evidence of the activity of mineral waters. We agree fully, because generally we say that science is not democratic, necessarily only evidence-based medicine. And you can know we have different levels of ABM. And also, we saw that not enough researches in the field of balneotherapy, because all the researches. For that, we began the project HydroGlobe, also with technical support by WHO, and the HydroGlobe, a definition of global framework of hydrotherapy. And we do research at the critical analysis, many work collect a lot of meta-analysis on the basis of the basic science and disease in phytopathology, clinical science. We did a review of international literature on different topics and different pathologies. You can see random controlled trials, meta-analysis review in total, and so on and so on. You can see that there are many works concerning the activity, the explaining of the activity of the different minerals for different pathology. You can see. For that, it's not true that there are not research. Of course, they need more research, and this project, HydroGlobe, we update every 3 months with the new researches. You can see the most researches on the field of rheumatology, the skin, dermatology, and the other clinic. For that, there is of course empirism. Now we have to do more researches and activities, different plans. Creativity, dimension, ethics, aesthetics are our pillars of our activity. Thermal excellence, thermal water requirement, air quality, free of noise pollution. This is very important for the environment. Also, the new topics, the new direction of research we are doing in the field of metabolic syndrome, and also the activity, how balneology can protect and improve our health in the immunology system, neurological stimuli, anti-inflammatory stimuli, endocrine stimuli, and so on. Also, we are doing research on the microbiome. Also, very important for the gut, research on the gut, because we think that the second brain, the gut is the second brain. In the field of coronavirus, we did also many works, and we are treating in the SPA, in our center, medical center, the post-COVID syndromes, hepatocellular system, gastrointestinal tract, cardiovascular system, the respiratory system. Also, psychological point of view is important to have a period of treatment in the thermal center, and you can see we can have two paths in the thermal center, one path for people with pathologies and one people for prevention. One path for prevention. You can see patient prevention one, prevention second level, diagnostic and also. And the concept of health is very important. The concept of health for balneology, connecting to the concept of declaration of Armata and definition of health, because now the idea of health is changing. Static were in idea statics, no illness, and the idea dynamic and dynamic conception. For that, in this sense, with the wellness is very important. Also, concerning the welfare state is very important, because it's changing in all over states, national system. We have a passive role, and now we need active role. And in consideration also of the aging of population, because it's necessary to prevent. Also, the conception is changing that not only control oneself facing social, physical, emotional sense, but also how the body can do an adaptation for the stimulus, for the stress outside. You can see also the quality of life depends for many factors: economical, physical, education, overall exterior life, leisure, productive, and different. For that, in this way, the new conception of one health that not only for the men, the health for the people, but health of the people, animals, and ecosystem, necessary to have a global vision of the health. Health and well-being. Well-being is very important because we spoke about the prevention, and there is the being well is not for all. Feeling well is different from being well, psychological, physical, and so on. For that is very important. In all history of the man was the search to try to find the source, the hot spring, the spring of youthfulness. You can see in this. And now there is a program by WHO nominated Healthy Aging. Healthy Aging, we are working in this program. Our center is supporting this program, Healthy Aging. You can see, and the healthy aging depends from many factors, because environment, genetic, difficult to measure in quantity, stochasticity, and the person. But it's important lifelong learning, and in this way we can explain that it's true to have a long life, but with the long life, arthrosis and low back pain, angina, and different problems are chronic respiratory chronic diseases. And you can see in the thermal centers, we can do for all people, do special treatment for some special treatment and education, and for with the waters and the forest and the woods, with the technical, with the activity, physical activity. And also it is important around what happened around the thermal centers, sustainable development for spa and wellness, because you can have a good center, but around not good environment. For that is important to have a sustainability agenda, water, waste, energy, mobility, welfare and well-being for the person, disability, and so on. Also, the first, an actor is very important in this science, balneology, is the patient, because we have four actors. First is Ministry of Health, who is the chief coordinator the quality. The second are the businessmen, the investors, the other researchers, but the patient is very important, the patient user. And we, as a federation, we launched a program, European Meeting Active Actorism, the individual at the heart of care and as a driver of change. We begin. Active Thermal is very important program, and you have also a blog and also suggestion for the consumer how to choose a spa. And we did this also in the way we did a lot of guidelines for different medical traditional medicine. Also, that for the tourism, there is another part is very important for hot springs and tourism, medical wellness, because it also a big business, but is a new direction of the tourism, health tourism. And you can see our science balneology in the hydrotherapy is a real integrative view of a complex for the health care. We can have an integrative view of the health care. You can see health and balanced diseases in compensation as complementary to the complementary drugs, the treatment by drugs, because we don't want to be out of the pharmacological, but maybe complementary. And we began many years ago with the School of Medicine to do a master course concerning integration between traditional medicine and Western medicine, and also with the Harvard Medical School and Stanford Medical School to put inside the spa center, the balneology, the role, the conception of integrative medicine in Europe, with different culture like phytotherapy, like acupuncture, treatment, manual treatment, and so on. Creativity, professionalism, credibility, innovation, responsibility, participation, our manifesto, our pillars. Now, very new also is the problem. As you know, in July will be G20 and the G20 women and Femtech participate in the program Equity in Health, where it's possible to show the possibilities of use of balneotherapy and hydrotherapy. In conclusion, it's important integration means saving and efficiency. We have to play like an orchestra, but without sheet music. Thank you.